So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. If your hair is not growing, you might want to watch this video because I'm going to give you some tips and tricks just to kind of help you troubleshoot what's going on with your hair. So we're gonna jump right into it. So on my channel, I give a lot of tips about, healthy hair care tips and how to take care of your hair. And some of y'all have absorbed a lot of the information that's on my channel where you have gotten a lot of tips and you're seeing growth and everything is going well. And then also on my channel, a lot of the information I give is general information that can kind of help the masses. And sometimes you might need a more specialized hair care plan and maybe need somebody to sit down and look at your regimen in particular to see like, okay, where am I going wrong? I was watching this video, and this video is inspired because I was watching this young lady. She was having uh, a hair consultation at the hair salon, and I was just listening in her consultation, and some of the things that I heard while she was having a conversation with her stylist like really resonated with me because I hear some of those things too. Maybe it be from people who sit in my chair, or maybe people who might have came in and they could be doing everything right, but it's still that missing piece. And that's why I always sell my videos. I got to get my light. That's why I always sell my videos. That you can absorb and get this free information, which is really really good that you're reaching out to the YouTube streets and getting good information. But sometimes it's good to do more of a deep dive and to figure out, okay, what is going on and why am I not seeing the growth? Okay, ooh, look at that lighting. Let's kind of see if we can turn it down just a little bit. What am I doing wrong and what can I do to see more maximize growth? Okay, so we're gonna get into it, but before we get into like the more in-depth thing I want you to do, I want to go over some general things that you should be doing as far as hair growth, because it might be some new people watching. They want to know, okay, let's make sure we're doing the basic stuff. So the basic things you need to be doing to grow your hair is, first of all, have a hair regimen. Okay, so your hair regimen can mean that you're on a shampoo schedule. So how often are you shampooing your hair? So some people 1 week, 2 weeks on a shampoo regimen. How often are you getting trims monthly? Not trims monthly, treatments monthly. And are you getting trims every couple of weeks? Like, what does your schedule look like? And when it comes to trims, some people, it just kind of varies. Some people, if they over manipulate their hair a lot or they got a lot going on, sometimes they might need trims a little bit sooner or quicker than those who might be taking better care of their hair and not manipulating it as much. So those who take really really good care of their hair and they keep their ends moisturized, I've noticed that they don't have to come in for a trim as often. So they could go anywhere from like 8 to 12 weeks. So it just kind of varies on that. Okay, so we definitely want to make sure you're keeping up with your trims, because trims don't necessarily make your hair grow, but they help retain that length. So that way, people don't understand that the ends is the oldest part of your hair. Okay, it's the most fragile. It has been with you through thick and thin. I always tell people, your hair been with you since you been messing with that raggedy baby daddy. Okay, I had to put it out there. Okay, them ends, you got to think, them ends have been from your scalp and they have traveled all the way down. So they've been with you for a long time. So they're most fragile. So we always want to make sure, if we really want to see that growth or whatever, we want to retain that length. So making sure we're keeping our ends nice and smooth and clean and trim and moisturized. Okay, so you shampooing on a regular basis, you getting your recommended treatments, and your treatments can vary. And when it comes to hair, you had to have a healthy balance of keeping it moisturized and protein. You can't overdo one to make your hair grow. And I'm gonna give y'all a test to figure out kind of which one you need. So some people, they will over moisturize their hair and they would overdo it to the point where they don't have a balance of protein. And so a kind of like a sign, and I wrote some notes down. I wrote some notes down for this. A sign with like if your hair needs protein, this is best to kind of do like on shampoo day, like after you shampoo your hair and before you even put the conditioner or anything in. This is the best time to do a porosity test or to check to see if your hair needs more protein or more moisture. So you done clarify your hair. So first you want to clarify your hair And then you want to use like a moisturizing shampoo. Now, before you even put the conditioner in, you want to do a porosity test, okay? So you can take, or you can, just a porosity test, or you can do a protein moisture test. So you're going to get a clean glass of water, okay? And before the conditioner hit it, you're going to take the hair out, some strands out, and you're going to drop it in the water, okay? And it's going to kind of tell you where your porosity stands. So like if your hair floats to the top, is low porosity, that means that your hair cuticles layers are really flat and tight, and it's hard for moisture to kind of get in. I encounter a lot of people who have low porosity hair. If you have high porosity, it's sinking all the way to the bottom, because that means your hair cuticle is like slightly is raised a lot, so it's easy for that water to really get in. And then sometimes you have some people, it'll float in the middle, and that means like this, you know, just medium porosity. So, and the reason why I want to bring up porosity, because that's going to tell you what type of products you need to be putting on your hair, and like what more of either protein or moisture that you need, okay? So sometimes with those with low porosity will need more moisturizing treatments, like for example deep conditioners and steam, because that's going to raise the hair cuticle up. Remember, when you low porosity, your hair is really tightly closed, so it's hard for that moisture to get in. High porosity is more, your hair cuticle is raised a lot, so a lot of times when it comes to like people who have high porosity, sometimes they might have to get more protein treatments versus moisture treatments, okay? So either way, I'm not just exclusively saying, oh, if you only low porosity, you only need to do moisture treatments, or oh, if you only high porosity, you only need to do protein treatments. No, you got to have a good balance and knowing what works for you. So when, and that's what I'm getting to, like, when you know what your hair needs and what treatments you need, you're gonna be getting those on a regular basis. That's gonna aid in your hair growth, okay? So you got your shampoo together, you know what kind of treatments you need on a regular basis. And then the third thing I was gonna say, well, I already said it, but keeping up with your trims, okay? Because that's gonna all help retain that length, and you can really see the growth you wanna see. Now, I do want to say this, okay? So that's just the basic thing you should be doing to your hair. These are just essential basic things. So if you're doing that, if you're doing that on the base, on the outside, you should see your hair growing. Now, let's go a little bit deeper. Okay, so what if you like, Lisa, I'm watching this. Okay, Lisa, I do have a shampoo regimen, okay? I do have a trim regimen, okay? I do have a treatment regimen. I'm on top of that, but I'm still not seeing the growth I want to see. Okay, so let's go deeper. Then let's start from the inside. Because really, if I really been Gucci with y'all, if I really been real with y'all, that inside really matters. We cannot skip over it. I can tell you, you can buy every kind of growth oil you want to buy. You can buy every kind of shampoo you want to buy, every kind of conditioner. Y'all can let these marketing people lie to y'all and say, oh, buy this oil, it's going to make your hair grow. Oh, buy this, it's going to make your hair grow. Now, I don't know why I'm doing a bankhead bounce, but let's let that sit right there. I just got off Mila's live and she was over there dancing. But yeah, don't let these people lie to y'all. Y'all, I'm giving here y'all this free game right now. You ain't gotta pay nothing for this. I'm giving y'all free game right now. Don't let them lie to y'all. Let me drink some water. I was a little thirsty. Sorry, y'all. Don't let them lie to y'all. So I'm here to give y'all free game. So what I mean by that is we want to go, what's going on internally in your body? So what I want to talk about, if your hair is not growing, let's do a diet check. So really, when it comes to, if you're not seeing your hair growth, be taking notes, come back and watch this lady, share this with a friend. But let's do a process of elimination. So if you got the outside together, okay, and your hair is not growing, what's going on the inside? So first thing, number one, how is your water intake? How's that water intake? Okay, let's level up our water. Okay, and I know that seems like duh, everybody say that, but it's so important. It is so vital. If you don't do nothing but drink sodas and juices, and you don't get enough water in you, you pumping your body with all this sugar, all this carbonated drinks, all this coffee, and you're not flushing it out with water. That right there is going to change somebody's hair care regimen right there. The reason why your hair cannot be growing, I'm going to get into something deeper. This is still, remember, this is still basic level stuff I'm giving y'all, okay? We hadn't even got to the juicy stuff yet. if you just increase your water intake, you will see a difference. That right there. And that's why when it comes to hair growth and figuring out your hair, you can make one tweak and that could just change the health of your hair. So number one, your water intake. Are you drinking more juices, more coffee, more sugary drinks? We got to cut that out. And I know y'all don't want to hear that. But I'm not saying you can't have your sugary drinks. I'm not saying you can't have your coffee. But if you drink 1 cup of coffee, after that, you need to have additional 2 cups of water. If you're drinking that juice, you need to have additional cups of water. Now I'm preaching to myself. Now I've been doing good. I have eliminated sugary drinks out my diet because I'm on this healthy lifestyle plan. I'm trying to get myself together. So I have switched, and if I want something sweet or want something that's kind of carbonated, what I've been doing is I've been on them LaCroix. Y'all know I'm talking about sparkling waters. They have 0 sugar. It's not sponsored. LaCroix, send me a check. But anyway, I've been moving more to like sparkling waters with like no sugar or nothing. Just to kind of get, if I feel like I want me a little fun drink, as I call it. But I'm really I've been doing good month of January and this month. I've been doing really, really good with staying away from those sugary drinks, okay? Hey, Cynthia, thanks for joining. Yeah, I've been doing it. So you want to stay away from a lot of stuff packed with a lot of sugar. And I'm preaching to myself when I say this because I'm on my journey. So as I'm growing and learning, I'm coming back and teaching y'all too, all right? But I do know this just from being a hair care professional and servicing clients. All that sugar is messing up with your hair growth, okay? So we didn't talk about the drinks. Let's get into your diet. Let's get into that diet. What does your diet look like? Does your diet consist of a lot of processed foods? Do you eat a lot of things that's out the box? Do you eat a lot of fast food, or do you eat more home cooked meals? Because this is so key, because these processed foods and sugars is not helping us out. It's not helping our hair out. It's not helping our body out. And it's just like empty calories, okay? You're not really getting the full nutrients that you need for your hair. And this is why this is so key, because we are what we eat. As we're eating, as we're drinking these things, is getting into our blood flow. And if y'all are familiar with my channel, maybe you're not, I always talk about like when you start massaging your scalp and stimulating that scalp and get that blood flow going. And when that blood flow get to going, that hair get to growing. So let me just break it down a little bit deeper for you, okay? So if you're putting junk in your body, it's getting into your blood flow. So when your scalp and hair is stimulated, it don't really have no good nutrients to hold on to. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Y'all better get what you need today off this live stream. Get what you need. Now, I used to have me a tambourine. I ain't got no tambourine, but get what you need tonight. Come on now. Then that got to make sense for somebody. Think about that. If you're putting crap in your body, it's just like, if I got this glass of water and I'm putting dirt and stuff in here and I'm drinking it, I'm just contaminating my body. So it's the same thing. Now, I'm not no big health guru, okay? I still love me a little chicken wing, a little fried chicken wing every now and then. I still love me a little cake, a little donut. But what I'm saying is, if majority of your diet consists of a lot of processed food, if majority of your diet consists of a lot of eating out, fast food, unhealthy food, that's one of the reasons why you're not seeing hair growth. I hate to break it to you, because you are not really giving your body the essential vitamins and stuff it needs from the food. When you're starting, and God bless y'all. God bless y'all. Now I'm about to step on some people's toes when I say this, so forgive me. But stop putting avocado, mayonnaise, all this stuff from the kitchen on your hair. Thinking like, oh, I did the avocado mask. Sister, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. Go ahead and hold my hand. Okay, I'm going to hold your hand. You ain't doing nothing for your hair, okay? I know. But Lisa, my hair feels so much better on do it. I get it. I know. It feels soft if you do the avocado mask, don't it? Oh, okay. And you do the mayonnaise, Oh, I know. It feels good. It gives the appearance, yes, your hair will feel better. But when you put, even if you put in the blender, food processor, that food that you putting on your hair, it's still not breaking it down enough to really get in that hair shaft. Unless you are a chemist. If you're a chemist, you know, God bless you. You got other resources that I don't. I stay in my lane, okay? I do have my own hair care line that I created, but I created with a chemist, okay? A professional chemist, okay? We work together. I know my lane. She know her lane. We came together and we made a hair care line called Marie's Legacy, all right? So what I'm saying is you will find some products that might have avocado in it. You will have some products that have honey in it. Okay, one of my shampoos have honey in it. So a lot of y'all think, oh, I'm gonna just go get the honey off the shelf and put it on my head. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. First of all, groceries is too high for y'all to be going to go buy eggs and avocado and putting on your head. I want you to eat the egg, okay? I want you to eat the avocado, okay? I want you to drizzle the honey on your food. Because let's go back to it. When you're feeding your body with these nutrient-filled foods, like our omega-3s, our fatty acids, our fish, all of that, when it get digested in our body, it's gonna get in our bloodstream, okay? So we're feeding our bloodstream with the right things. And that way, when we get ready to shampoo and massage our scalp, when we get our blood flowing, our blood has something to actually pump out. It got those good vitamins to pump out because you're eating it. And really, when it comes down to it, you really have to be taking care of our temple. We really have to be taking care of our bodies if we want to see hair growth. The reason why some people hair just look naturally shiny a lot of times is because their diet is top tier. Okay? Their diet is top tier. So they can pretty much use pretty much anything and their hair is going to be shining because they really take care of their body. They really do. They feeding their body with the right foods. They get enough water. So yeah, they don't even have to use no additional things. I mean, using additional oils and stuff is like, you know, secret sauce or, you know, extra sauce. But really, the real sauce is in their diet and the vitamins that they're getting in their diet. So going back to it, we had to make sure we're getting the right food. So what I want you to focus on, if you're not seeing hair growth, get green leafy vegetables in your diet. Get some good lean proteins in your diet, okay? Get some fatty acids in your diet, avocados, get some nuts, get some beans in your diet, okay? Incorporate that in your diet some kind of way each day. Some kind of way each day. Remember, this is still basic information. I haven't even got to the really, really good stuff on why your hair ain't growing, why you're not seeing growth. But I'm telling you, some of y'all just need to hear this first part. And for those who just joined in, I didn't even introduce myself. Sorry, y'all, but my name is Lisa Smilez, and I'm a hair care professional here in Raleigh, North Carolina. So on my channel, we talk about, you know, we talk about getting your hair together. We kiki, we have a good time, and we talk about my faith in God. So if any of that resonate with you, and if you're on your cell phone, you're looking at me by scrolling, you can double tap the screen if this information is helpful to you, or you can just click the like button if you're watching on your computer. So yeah, but yeah, so I just want to give y'all that background, but I'm going to look down at some of my notes. But what I'm saying is this is all just basic stuff you should be doing. And I'm not going to repeat it just for, again, because I know people are joining the chat. First thing, you want to have a good shampoo regimen, okay? You need to be on a shampoo regimen. Number two, you need to be on a treatment plan, okay? You need to have a healthy balance of moisturizing treatment, or your protein, okay? The third thing you need to do is keeping up with your regular trims, okay? Keeping up with your trims. That's what you should be doing on the outer layer. If you just do those basic things, you'll see hair growth. And then take it to another deeper level. If you're not seeing hair growth on that end, then we go to the inside. How is your water? How is your diet? Okay? Are you eating a nutrient-rich diet? You can have your cheat meals and your fried chicken every now and then, but we just can't do that every day if we want to see hair growth, okay? So it starts from the inside. And then we talked about figuring out which more you need. And I talked about the porosity test. Another test I want y'all to do with your hair, if you're kind of confused about, oh, I don't know about my porosity, you can take a strand of hair, and watch, none of my hair is going to come out, but I wish I had a strand of hair. But basically, you're going to take a strand of hair, a clean strand of hair, okay? And you can even do this even now. My hair is twisted, so it's going to be kind of hard to tell because I don't have no loose hair out. But you can take a strand of hair, and I want you to run your finger down it. Does the hair cuticle, when you rubbing your hair down the single hair strand, does it feel smooth? Now you can do this test now, but more than likely you probably got something on your hair already, so it's appearing smooth. Like you might have some oil, you might have some cream on it right now, but you can do it right now. But also do this again after you shampoo. So right after you shampoo, before you put your conditioner, I want you to do a strand test. So you're going to take a clean piece of hair, and I want you to rub your fingers up and down. Does it feel, and do this test right now, even though you haven't washed your hair yet, just do this test right now so I give you a guide. So feel the strand of hair. Does the strand of hair feel really, really smooth, or do you feel like some bumps? Okay, do you feel like some bumps? And I want you to do this test in multiple areas of your hair, because sometimes your porosity can be different in different areas. Like, let's just say you got color. Let's say you got highlights, or let's say you got color up here in this black right here. Sometimes the porosity can be different with colored hair versus your natural hair. So you want to do the strand test just like throughout your hair and kind of see what does the majority feel like. Does most of it feel smooth? Most of the time, from what I've learned in my research, if you feel the hair strand, most of it feels smooth. That means you have low porosity hair and your hair is kind of tightly, those hair cuticles are laying flat and they're kind of tightly closed. And that's why it's so hard to get that moisture in there. And then on the other end, if you feel up and down your hair strand and you got little holes, or you feel holes in your hair, sometimes it's associated with high porosity hair. So some of those hair cuticles are kind of raised up. And so when it comes to that, sometimes you need more protein based. But again, you don't want to overdo it with the protein. You don't want to overdo it with the moisture. You want to have a good balance, okay? So we talked about that, and we talked about your diet. Okay, so now let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. If you're ready for me to go deeper, put deeper in the chat, or either like the video or give me some hearts. Let me know if you want to go deeper, and I'm going to go deeper regardless of what y'all do, okay? So I'm looking at some of my notes. So if you have did all of these things that I talked about, I done spent the first 22 minutes talking about basic stuff. Now we're going to deep dive, because some of y'all going to be like, Lisa, I'm eating what? Oh, hey, Coach Sheena, and hey, Layla. No, Lala. Why I say Layla? But anyway, okay, so this is what we're going to go deeper in. You might be saying, okay, Lisa, I'm eating what I'm supposed to be eating, and I'm on a regimen. I'm still not seeing growth. You are not alone, okay? You are not alone. So what I want you to go do is go to the doctor and get you a blood test, okay? Remember, I stay in my lane. I am a hair care professional, okay? So I stay in my lane, but I do know sometimes you can have a deficiency, and a lot of people are just blind to this because they thinking like, oh, well, maybe my hair just don't grow no more, or maybe my hair just stopped growing. You could have a deficiency, and that is the reason why your hair is not growing. It could be one deficiency that you're having, that you're missing, that you're lacking, because you're not getting in your diet. You might be like, okay, I'm eating this, I'm eating that, but even with the diet you eating, it's not giving you this one deficiency that you're missing. So that's why, like, sometimes, like with people, if they're dealing with hair loss, like extreme hair loss, or they just not seeing the growth, and I done did everything I done did, you know, I'm quick to refer you out to a dermatologist, trichologist, you know, all of that. But you might need to go get you some blood work done. So you're going to go to your doctor, go get and that's why getting physicals and stuff is so important. And remember, I told y'all, when it comes to this hair growth stuff, it's from the inside. Like, because again, I can be telling y'all everything to do from the outside. I studied hair. I went to cosmetology school, so I know the study of hair and all of that. But sometimes you need a second eye, and you need to look deeper into your situation. So I wrote some notes down, and I'm going to share some of the notes I made today about, because sometimes, like, if you're not seeing your hair growing, and it's not that it's not growing, but it can just be like a factor. Like, okay, we're getting the blood test done, so it might be you missing deficiency. It could be hormonal, okay? As women, we go through a lot, okay? So you could be having like a hormonal change that's going on. And then also it could be your diet. And so with that diet, when you go see your doctor, he or she will be able to tell you like, okay, your vitamin D is low. Oh, your vitamin C is low. You know what I'm saying? And what I noticed, especially like after the pandemic, I did notice a shift and a change in some of my clients' hair. And I think a lot of it was probably from stress, being home with them bad kids. Okay, stress and you slam out. So their stress levels was different. You might have got pregnant during the pandemic, had a baby. You know, the pandemic babies was a whole different thing. So a lot of things went on during that time. So when you go to get this blood test, they're gonna tell you what's missing. So I'm gonna go over some of the key vitamins that you might be missing. There are probably a plethora, but these are the few vitamins that popped out to me that really aid in like trying to figure out what's the missing piece in your hair growth. So the first one I'm talking about is vitamin A. Okay, you might be deficient in vitamin A, and with this vitamin help with like your natural oils and the sebum that your hair naturally produces. So you know how a lot of times I talk about on my channel, oh, give yourself a scalp massage, because when that blood get to flowing, it's gonna create those natural oils that we always already supposed to produce. That's part of our vitamin A. So you could not be eating the right things that have no vitamin A in there, and it's not producing those, you know, natural oils that you need. And we need those natural oils to help, you know, distribute throughout our hair so it can keep our hair nice and moisturized and so it can grow. So make sure you could have a vitamin A deficiency. Again, I want to say I'm not a doctor. Okay, I'm not a health physician. Okay, you want to go to a doctor, your health physician, and have them to back up this information and to see what you're lacking in. Okay, I'm just giving you some general knowledge so you can kind of know what you're talking about when you go in there. You know what I'm saying? You kind of be on the same page. All right. The other one is B12. You might be lacking in B12, and B12 is more associated with our red blood cells that actually produces stronger hair. Okay, so sometimes like I could be doing like a protein treatment on you. I could be doing like a hair bonding treatment on you, Olaplex or whatever it is, and it's like it seems like nothing is working. So you might go get that test and I'm like, oh yeah, I've noticed that, you know, your B12 is off. Okay, you're not producing enough red blood cells, and that could be aiding in like, okay, that was a missing puzzle piece that you need to put back into your diet. And so what your doctor or physician might do, they might, you know, say you might need to go get this vitamin, okay, or you might need to eat more of this food, because there's gonna be certain foods where you can get these vitamins in too, like, because I can't think of none right now. Okay, for example, I'm gonna go to my other ones. Your omega fats, like your fatty acids and stuff like that, you could be missing your fatty acids in your diet. So that's sometimes associated with like things like avocado. What have fatty acids? Avocado. I want to say nuts, fish oil. I'm allergic. And see, that's another thing. Do your research before you start taking all these vitamins, okay? Even though I'm naming out all you, do your research, because see, I'm allergic to shellfish, okay? So just because you hear me saying something, don't just go automatically saying like, okay, well, Lisa said, all right, well, I feel like my hair is that. No, don't go take any vitamin after you watch this live stream. You go schedule you a consultation with your doctor and get a blood test, okay? So the omega, is it omega-3s? I can't remember. That's associated with our fatty acids. So remember I had said earlier in this live stream how like some people, just based on their diet, their hair just looks shiny, and it's because what they're eating. They have a good, healthy lifestyle. So really, they don't really have to put a whole lot of oil and stuff on their hair. I mean, putting oil and stuff on their hair is like extra sauce, but because their diet is so nutrient with a lot of good fatty acids, it's automatically their hair is appearing shiny. Okay, I'm getting very high. I'm getting really pumped up talking about this. I just love educating y'all. Okay, so the other vitamin that we're gonna get into is you might be lacking in vitamin C. Now, vitamin C helps prevent hair loss and aids in the growth of hair. Aids in the growth of hair. Now, there's I do know they have vitamin C pills that you can take as well. Do you get vitamin C from the sun? Oh, that's vitamin D you get from the sun. I was trying to think. But yeah, you can be lacking in vitamin C. And see, this is really, really good. This is really, really good. So probably whatever you put in your body, what you get in your body, is you're not getting enough vitamin C. So you might need to take you a supplement or increase your diet of more of those vitamin C nutrient foods, okay? All right. So now we're going to get to vitamin D, okay? Vitamin D is going to aid into producing new hair follicles. New hair follicles. That's why, like, during the pandemic, a lot of people were stuck outside and they wasn't getting no sun. They wasn't getting no vitamin D from that sun, and they was wondering why the hair ain't growing. And you could be like that now. You could be working from home, and maybe you just don't get outside enough. You got to get some vitamin D in you. So, and I know a lot of times they say, especially us who my color, if you're a brown lady or a black lady, they say, oh, a lot of black women be lacking in vitamin, you know, D, because we don't be outside. But I be outside, you know what I'm saying? I open my window. Even if I'm in the house all day, I cannot sit in a dark house. I have to open my blinds. I want a well-lit apartment. I do not like a dark house. I just can't stand it. So even if I don't go outside for the day, I'm always having the blinds open because I just love that natural light. I love it shining on. But some people just don't do that, and you're just not getting enough vitamin D in you. So part of that could be maybe you just need to be outside more. Maybe if you are working from home, you're at home, open the blinds and let the sun get in there, because we need that. Or you might go to the doctor and your doctor might say, oh, I need to put you on some vitamin D pills. So before you just start, because I remember one time I thought I was low in vitamin D because I seen this trend going around like, oh, they saying, oh, black women be low in vitamin D. So I was thinking like, well, let me just go buy some vitamin D pills. And I was just like, hold on, let me wait before I start spending my money. So I went to the doctor and I got a blood test. And I told her in particular, I said, can you tell me if my vitamin D is low? And she was just like, no. She said, your levels are actually like normal. I mean, or actually fine, you know. And she said, it's surprising because sometimes, and this was like probably like 2 or 3 years ago, I probably need to go get an updated test. But she was like, yeah, yours is actually fine compared to a lot of my, you know, brown and black women that I see. A lot of times their levels be low, but mine was actually normal. So don't just go based on what you hear on the internet. Even me, you can go behind me and double check and go get your levels checked, okay? But I do want to say, if you're not getting enough vitamin D, and you're not seeing your hair grow, start opening them blinds, get outside, get that natural sun on you, go get a blood test, and maybe she can give you a supplement or tell you some things you can do to increase your vitamin D. Because we want those new hair follicles to come in, and that could be a vitamin that you lack, and that's why you're not seeing hair growth. Okay, the other one I want to go into, other vitamin is zinc. Now, a lot of times, sometimes with like women's multivitamin, I know the multivitamin I have, it does have zinc in it. Most multivitamins do, but even still, if you take a multivitamin, even though you might be, oh, well, Lisa, I'll take a multivitamin and it has all these vitamins that you named, that's good. I still say, if you're not seeing hair growth and you are taking a multivitamin, still go to the doctor and get a blood test. Because even though that multivitamin might have it, it might not have the right percentage that you need for your body, okay? So just keep that in mind. But zinc helps maintain your oil glands, okay? It helps maintain your oil glands. So as you eating those foods and that oil get in your blood flow, it's going to help maintain that. Zinc also helps with the overall health of your hair. It strengthens your hair follicle. Okay, and it also strengthens your hair follicle. So if you're low on zinc, sometimes you might appear to have maybe weaker hair and drier hair. So maybe a vitamin that you're lacking in is zinc. Okay, zinc. Now the other thing I do want to get into also when it comes to hair growth, this is kind of still dealing with why you're not seeing results. I want to talk about gut health too. Gut health is another thing. If you do not have good gut health and you're not having like that good bacteria and that bad bacteria in your diet, that can really affect your hair growth as well. So we have to make sure that our gut health is together. Now, I take a probiotic. I asked my doctor actually recently. I went to the doctor back in December. Yeah, December. And I asked her, I was like, I said, I take a probiotic. I said, what's the difference between pre and post? I see prebiotic and probiotic. I was like, do I need to be taking both? And according to the healthcare professional, she told me no. She told me personally no. She said, if you just taking a probiotic, that's fine. But some people's situations could be different where you need a prebiotic and a probiotic, okay? So make sure you do your research on that. But sometimes if your gut health is off, and I didn't know this, I learned this recently, that could really affect your hair growth. Okay, but it all makes sense because in our bloodstream, in our bodies, we need those different kind of enzymes and stuff. Everything works together. So if one puzzle piece is thrown off and you're not seeing the growth you want to see, that can be aiding on why you're not seeing the growth you want to see. Okay, so make sure you got good gut health. Okay, what was the other thing I want to say? Oh, and this is another one, and I had to do some research on this because a young lady came on my live stream like a while ago, and she asked me about this oil, and it was called, and I cannot pronounce it right because it was trending on TikTok, and I didn't know much of it. And I'm the type of person, I'm not about to sit here and like, oh girl, I know what you're talking about. I did not know what she was talking about. I haven't heard of it, but I did some research on it. So I don't know if this sister is watching this, but she had put in the chat, have I heard of ashwagandha? Ashwagandha. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Oil. And so I did some research on it, and what I found out is that contains protein, iron, vitamin C, potassium, how you say this? Tyrosine, which are all needed for healthy hair growth. So she posted in the chat, and I didn't really know exactly what the oil was, but I looked it up, and I can see that will aid in hair growth. But even the advice that I gave the young lady, I was just like, well, I never heard of it. You know, a lot of people promote oils that make your hair grow. But even with this oil, this is still good because it contains a lot of good vitamins in it, like the vitamin C, the iron, the protein, you know, the potassium, all that's great. But I still go back to, if you're not taking care of what needs to be taken care of and get what you need from the inside, it doesn't matter what oil that you put on your hair, it's not going to help with the hair growth. Okay. But I'm not saying it's a bad oil. I mean, it don't sound bad. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to try it, but also, you know, do your research. Okay. All I said, I took the pill form of ashwagandha. It also helped with mood, memory, and focus. Yes, I heard somebody say that too. That it does help with mood. And I could be wrong, but don't it help with like anxiety or something like that? Again, this is not sponsored. Don't go out here taking this pill, because I am not saying go out and take this pill. Anything I said in this video, I'm not saying go out and take these pills and your hair can grow. I'm not saying that. Okay, go speak to your healthcare professional. But anyway, but no, this is a great way to open up the dialogue. Basically, on this live stream, this is going to help open up the dialogue for when you do go to your healthcare professional. Okay, and she'll kind of give you some guidance on, okay, what you're missing. Okay, so you probably forgot to hit the like. So if you're on your cell phone, double tap the screen to like, or if you on your computer, hit the thumbs up if this information is being helpful to you. Okay, so those are pretty much some of the main vitamins I wanted to talk about. Now I am going to get into another part too. I'm going to talk about genetics and hair loss too, because I did a live stream. It was like a while back, but I'm going to do a more updated version here right now. So some people be like, oh, what does genetics have something to do with it? Hey, woke black man. Now, woke black man, you change your name like every week. Now, come on, now you can't be switching up on me. But thank you for joining. So now I want to get into, some people might ask, well, do genetics play in your hair growth? What does that have to do with it? I want to say yes and no. So when it comes to genetics and hair growth, especially when it comes to us brown people, because a lot of times I say, look at your mother and your father hair, like in your family. But really, when you look at your people, older generation, your family, like your mom or your dad, your aunties, your uncles, your granddaddy, or if you're blessed to have grandparents still living or whatever, really when it comes to your hair and genetics, I want you to look at it based on density. So what you can kind of get from your parents, like, do most people in your family, your older generation, it's best to look at the older generation, or you can just look at people who's around you, you know, same age. Do most people in your hair, in your family, how is their hair density? So you know how I always, well, y'all know I always say this. When I used to go live, I used to say, I cannot make your hair density fuller. So when it comes to your hair density, I want to give y'all a visual presentation of this. I want to give y'all a visual presentation of this, okay? Let me find a ink pen. I'm gonna give y'all a visual presentation. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Okay. So when it comes to hair density, this is a mini master hair class for y'all, okay? Y'all getting educated. So when it comes to hair density, this right here is your scalp, okay? This is your scalp. And when we're talking about genetics and hair, this is your scalp. So when I say I cannot make your hair density more full or more thin, that's true. God originally makes your hair density. And what I mean by that, like when we're born with so many hair follicles. So for example, some of us are born with these many hair follicles, okay? So you see how it's spaced out and it's spacey? I cannot change that. I cannot magically put more hair follicles in there, okay? So a lot of people in your family, when it comes to hair growth and your hair and genetics, a lot of people in your hair family might have low density hair. So you see, they don't have a lot of hair strands coming out. So all these dots, just imagine hair strands coming out of that, okay? It's hair strands. So as you can see, you might notice that a lot of people in your hair have very low density hair. I cannot change that. But what I can do as a hair care professional is I can do hairstyles or use hair products that give the appearance like it's thicker, but I don't make your hair thicker. A lot of people are like, oh, she made my hair thicker. And I'm like, no, I really didn't. I mean, I appreciate the compliment, but all I really did is use my professional skills to give the appearance. I know how to style your hair to give the appearance that it's thicker, okay? But, and then some of us were born and God gave us a lot more. Now, I want you to love yourself. I'm gonna give you a word of affirmation right now. I don't care what your density of your hair is. If it's low or if it's high, you are still beautiful in the sight of the Lord. And your hair is still beautiful in my eyes. So some of us was born and you see, we have a little bit more hair follicles. So you might have like medium hair density, okay? So you see it's a little bit more. So you actually have more hair strands coming out, okay? So look at the people in your family. Does the hair look like, okay, like it's medium? And then God also made some of us like this. I'm gonna try to make them as close as possible. I get some people who hair follicles are like, okay, this is enough for y'all to get the picture. This. Now you see this? This is a lot more hair follicles. So a lot of my, not a lot, but some people were born where they have a lot of, all these dots, just imagine hair strands. So you see it's thicker. So the square, this ain't really a square, but y'all get the point. So when we measure density, we know every per square of your hair. So you could have, you know, a lot of strands, a little bit, a medium or low. And you can, that's when it comes with genetics and hair growth, which hair growth don't really have to do with genetics, but density, when it comes to like the density of your hair, that's going to be more so your genetics. So you can look at your family and see, okay, most of my family have low density, medium density, or high density hair. So you can look at that, all right? And that's something that kind of runs in the genetics and kind of that you're born with, okay? Now, there are instances where you can have high density hair, meaning it's a lot of strands that's coming out, but the strands are thin, okay? Let me give y'all an example. I'm gonna spell it out for y'all tonight. Hold on, I think I got some spaghetti in here. Okay, good example. I got these nasty whole wheat spaghettis that I don't like. I was trying to be healthy. I was like, man, this is nasty. But we're going to use it as an experiment today. So some of y'all could have, now look, I'm giving y'all free game. I'm giving y'all free game now. So some of y'all could have high density hair. I mean, your hair, it looks thick and full, but the strands are thin. So this is a thin strand. You know, I got another type of noodle in here too. Hold on. Do I got some, do I got the thick, oh, I ain't got them kind of noodles. Okay, so you can have a thin strand. Hold on, I know what I can use. Stay right there. Hold on, stay right there. Get the lesson. Hold on, y'all. So, you can have high density, you can have thin strand, you can have a medium strand, or you can have a thick strand. You can have big Bertha or little Bertha, or you can have middle Bertha. Okay, so stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me, because some of y'all gonna be set free tonight. Some of y'all gonna be set free. So I can't change this. The Lord will have to do it for you when it comes to how many hair follicles you got. As a hair care professional, we can't do that. I'm not Jesus. I'm not God, okay? He can do that, okay? He can do that, not me. But what I can do is, even though your hair is looking like this, I can do styles and make it appear to look like either this or this, okay? So keep that in mind. So some people, they have high density hair, but they have thin strands, okay? That comes from genetics. Some people have high density hair, but they also have big Bertha, thick hair. That thing thick, thick. I can't even pass on up. Thick, okay, that girl thick. I mean, not that girl, but y'all don't talk about. But yeah, thick. Or maybe the Lord built you like this. Now, he ain't built you like this piece of paper, but I'm just giving you an example. Or the Lord built you like this, where the Lord was like, you can get this many strands. And look, if he only gave you this many strands, God still love you. He still love you, okay? He still love you. You are still more than enough. But God bless some people with only this many hair follicles, but they got big Bertha, okay? Them strands are thick coming out of there, okay? That's genetics. Or God said, you know what? She don't need no dense strands because she gonna think she all that. So I'm gonna give her low density and thin. But he still love you. He still love you, okay? Or you can have low density and medium, okay? And then you also can have this. So, hold on, I got to give y'all the visuals so y'all can really get it. Let me know if y'all appreciate these visuals, because I'm working hard over here. Okay, so now I got low, medium, and high density, okay? Or you could be medium density and you can have big Bertha, or you can be medium density and you can have thin strands. All this boils down to density, okay? I want to touch on that. So now, that's why I brought that up. What does that have to do with hair growth? Nothing. So I want you to be encouraged that just because your mama ain't got no edges, or just because your granddad ain't got no edges, they don't have to be you. Let me sip some water. Let that marinate in your spirit. They don't have to be you. Because when it comes to hair growth, you have the power to change that. That's why I'm on this video. Yeah, with your family, you might have thin hair, okay? But that thin hair still can grow. That thin hair can grow. And the reason why I say it, because we don't know when it comes to our family and other people in our generation, we don't know if maybe they just kept cutting their hair or what's going on with their situation. All we can really kind of look at their density and look at their strands. But just because granddad ain't had no edges and was bald headed, don't mean you got to be bald headed. Cause he could, what your granddaddy might didn't know, or what your auntie might didn't know. The reason why she ain't got no edges is because she ain't had no good hair regimen, or maybe she never did go get a blood test to figure out. Because when it comes to, I'll say this, when it comes to like your family and genetics and hair growth, it could be maybe in your family that y'all have a low count of red blood cells. And so you thinking like, oh yeah, people in my hair don't grow. But the thing is, in your family, y'all don't know that y'all have a low red blood count in y'all family. But nobody never did go get a test and figure out why. And see, you can be the generational curse breaker. Come on now. The people perish because they don't have no knowledge. So people not getting educated in the family. And see, God sent you here to this live stream so you can break generational curses of hair growth in your family. Because now you up here, you get the knowledge, and you figured out, you like, you know what? I'm listening to that little Lisa Smilez. I'm gonna go on Monday and get me a blood test. Oh wow, I found out in my blood is I got low red blood cell count. So what do I need to do, doc? And then bam, there you go. And now your hair longer and flourishing. And now you can move forward and people in your hair can grow. Okay? So I just want to get on that. When you want to look at your family for like hair densities and maybe your curl, because maybe people in your hair, maybe people in your family have more tighter curls, maybe they have more looser curls. So I want you to be encouraged that even though people in your family edges might be shot at, wore out the frame, you ain't got to be that way. Because you on this live stream and you getting the education, okay? And you learning. So, did this help anybody? Did this bless anybody tonight? Go ahead and double tap the screen if it did, if it helped y'all. But yeah, just take all this into consideration because, again, we doing the stuff on the outside, but we got to make sure we're doing the stuff on the inside. And so I gave y'all a list of just a basic overall list. You can do more research on this and go more in depth, more vitamins and stuff, but keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And so also too, when I see that my clients' hair have changed, one of sometimes things I asked him, I was like, did you have a recent diet change? I know with me, this was like back in, how long ago was this? I say this was like maybe 2018 or 2019. I was a fake vegan. And when I say fake vegan, I wasn't doing it right. So I noticed a difference in my hair because I went from eating meat all the time and I switched to being vegan. And vegans still can get a good amount of protein, but see, I wasn't educated. So my protein went down tremendously. And I was eating a whole lot of carbs. I was eating a lot of rice and, I was getting veggies in, but I wasn't getting the right stuff in. So I was noticing that my hair felt weaker because I wasn't getting the right amount of protein. So that's why I always ask people, did you have a recent diet change? Maybe that's the reason why your hair is shedding more. Maybe that's why you're not seeing the growth you want to see. Is because if you had that recent diet change and it wasn't for the good, you could be lacking a vitamin, and that's what's aiding you not seeing the growth you want to see. I scream at edges, shout out edges. Well, I'm glad you got a good chuckle. So yeah, I hope this live stream was helpful. And send it to your friend who ain't got no edges. Send this live stream to your friend who trying to grow their hair. And their hair is stuck at the same length. And they're trying to figure out, oh, what am I doing wrong? Send this to it. And look, if you the friend that the video got sent to, if you the family member you got sent to, look, the sister or the brother sent this in love. They trying to help you out. No hard feelings. Don't get mad. Scratch your booty and get glad. Okay? Get glad that you got the lesson tonight. Look, don't get mad at me. She just want to help you out. All jokes aside though, y'all, I know I kiki and I cut up. I just like to have a good time, okay? But it's all in love because I want us all to win. Natural hair care should not be hard. Growing our hair should not be hard. And I'm just here just to spread some light. Get y'all, and you know what? The reason why some of y'all hair ain't grow because you don't laugh enough. You just stuck up, booty hole so tight. You walk around with tight booty cheeks. Loosen up. You know what I'm saying? You need to laugh. You need to laugh. Okay, remember our brains are up here. Okay, our brains are up here, our scalp is up here, and our bloodstream is up here. Another reason why your hand grind, because your booty cheeks too tight. You need to laugh. You need to let loose, okay? So I just love having a good time with y'all while I'm learning. I really do get up here. I really do love getting up here, running my mouth, cracking jokes, and just having fun. And so if any of this resonates with you, you like, you know what? I kind of like her vibe. You know what she's saying? She kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? We learning, but we having a good time. You probably forgot to subscribe. So go ahead and head back out, subscribe, come on back. You probably forgot to like the video because you was getting so much value. I hope y'all took notes. Go back and rewatch this again because I probably was talking fast, but go back and rewatch this again. So, and like the video because you probably forgot to like. So if you like content like this, and eventually y'all get a preview because eventually this video is going to go into my members only. Okay. So go ahead and take advantage and watch this now because it'll go into the membership. And these are the type of things I want to put more into my membership to go more in deeper. Because I went deep today. Okay, I went deep for the free 99. Okay. So yeah, so if you want to join my membership and just learn more about me and get more in-depth help, just let me know. Join the membership if you want to. But hey, even if you don't join the membership, I say it's every live stream. Even if you don't join the membership, even if you don't even subscribe to me, even if you don't like the video, the fact that you just sit here and look me in my face and got the education you need for the free 99, and if your hair grow, my job is done. My job is done. My job is done. So anyway, that's the live for tonight. I want to thank y'all for watching this live. Shouts out to all my members of the channel. I really do appreciate y'all's support. And shouts out to everyone who was in the chat tonight and y'all got to learn. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. And yeah, oh, now look, if you're new to me, you cannot get off this live till you see my finger do like that, because y'all know I'm gonna give about 3 benedictions before I go. First thing I want to say is if you are looking for hair care products, okay? Yes, I talked about the outside, but if you need some quality hair products, I have my own hair care line. Like I said, Marie's Legacy. You can click the link right there and get the products that you need. If you need some one-on-one help, if you like, girl, I don't know where to start. Like, I want to talk to you personally. I want to look you in your face and get a virtual consultation. You can book a virtual consultation there. Or if you're in the area, or if you just want to get flued out. Now, I ain't gonna fly you out, but if you want to get flued out by somebody else and go sit in my chair, you can book an appointment too. So, okay. Was that all church announcements? Y'all think you got any other church announcements? I'm going back to work tomorrow, y'all. I was home today because we had snow. But the sun came out and melted. So I'm back in that salon tomorrow to slay these heads. So yeah, I think that's all church announcements I have. Oh, one more church announcement. Hey, if you got dry hair, go to my website. I got a free ebook, Why Is My Hair Dry? Free ebook, Why Is My Hair Dry? You can get that ebook, okay? I think that's all the church announcements we have. So yeah, I was trying to talk for a whole hour. That's why I was naming out all my church announcements. But yeah, that's all I have for y'all tonight. If y'all have any other questions y'all want me to address, and also my members, okay? If you're in my membership, if you have particular questions that's really tailored to your situation, I want you to go in my membership, and whatever my last post was in my membership, I want y'all to ask me questions in the membership that's specifically for your situation, and I'll make a video just for you. See, that's kind of more of like the benefits that you'll get if you're in my membership. I want to do more of like a deeper hair analysis, or like just really get into the root of your problem. So if you can't come in for a virtual consultation, just get in my membership and ask questions in my membership, and then I'll make a video, go live, and we can just talk all about your situation, okay? Because these lives right here is just to help the masses, okay? So yeah, that's all I have to say. I hope y'all have a blessed night and a blessed weekend. I'll probably try to go live again tomorrow. And yeah, thank y'all so much. And I'll see you in another video. Bye. So here go my finger. I'm leaving for real now. Bye.